Hey, this is Fort Worth Clock Guy coming at you with a video about home security, and the reason I kind of got into this, and it's been a process, and like to show you a few little tips that I've done to help protect my home. And the whole reason that I got into this is because I've had a couple break-ins into my house, and I don't know why. I live in a community that's supposed to be a good community, and there's nothing in my house that sets it apart from any other house on the block. You know, we are in some tract housing, so like every fourth house is exactly the same as mine, but for some reason mine has been targeted a couple times. So I've done some things to safeguard my house, and I just wanted to share what I've done. The first thing is something very simple that everybody can do. This was a new build in 2006, and when they installed the deadbolts in this house, the screws that are in these plates were about half an inch. And so when the first time that I was broken into was in my front, the guys kicked in my front door, and it was very simple for them to just kick, and I'm sure it took little to no effort to break through this barrier right here, even though I had a lock here and a deadbolt. These screws were so short, it was very easy for them to kick in, and it split this seam right here. So the first thing that I did was I reinforced this. I put a second plate here and a second plate here. I've got actually two plates, so there's more metal there, and I put in 4-inch screws that go through the entire beam and actually go pretty far into the frame. So that's the first upgrade I did, and that's a very cheap and easy upgrade, and it reinforces the plates here, so it makes it a lot harder for them. Takes a lot more effort for them to kick it in. So that is step one. And step two is this. This is called the door club. I tried to find some research and some ways to reinforce the door, so it was harder for them to kick in. And I actually found these on Amazon. It's called the Door Club. It's made by the same company that does the club for your automobile, your car. And it's a very simple device. You do have to do a little bit of work. There's a plate here that you actually have to drill probably 4 to 5 inches down into the cement, and I've gone kind of through my tiles here, and then this just screws onto the door. That's a real simple thing. What took more effort is actually drilling down into the floor. I had to start with a real small bit and gradually get bigger until it made a 1/2 inch hole, and then I cemented this plate that goes down into the floor, and this device just simply slips down in there, and it can go either way. This way is kind of a flush mount against the door, so it puts a lot of pressure against the door if they do kick it in. It's supposed to withstand 10,000 pounds of force, and I can vouch that the second attempted break-in that we had, I had these installed, and they were not able to kick in past this piece of metal here. So it does do the job, and it's a real simple thing, easy to pull out. You can actually flip it around too, so you know there's a little bit more give here. So if you wanted to crack the door to see who was on the other side, you could, but if they tried to rush in, they would hit that metal plate again, and they wouldn't be able to get in. I usually just keep it like that though. So that is step two. That's the door club, and I actually got a set of 3 of these on Amazon for about 45 bucks plus shipping. and I have one at every entrance. I have one at my front door and my back door, and then I had one left over. So that is step 2 that I decided to do. And here's step 3, and I added this after the second attempted break-in just for a little bit of extra security. I found these at Home Depot. Actually, I found these online too, but they had them at Home Depot, and it's another pressure plate that you just pull out like that. It's very clean, simple. You don't have to deal with the chains like some people put chains here. This is a real simple switch, and it puts pressure here. Again, there's 3 screws that are about 4 inches long that screw into the frame of the door, and this is supposed to withstand about 8,000 pounds of force being put on the door. So between this and then what I had down below, the door club, which is 10,000 pounds of force, there's 18,000 pounds of force that's here. So even if I have the door unlocked and as long as this is in place, it's not going to matter. I mean, they would have to put a lot of pressure, more than just what a foot would do. They would have to put in a lot of pressure to break through this, because they're basically going to have to tear the door off the frame to get into this house. So this is step 3 that I've done to help safeguard another break-in. So step 3. Okay, this is step 4 that I've done to safeguard my house. This is a 4-camera system. Relatively inexpensive. I think I got it for about $250. It's a Night Owl system. I think I got it at Sam's. It's all digital, and it records on a 500 gig hard drive, so I can rewind. It's motion censored, so it only records if there's actual motion going on, and I can review stuff as far as well until the hard drive is full. And what's cool about this is you can hook it up to your internet and either have it linked to your email. So if there's a trigger, then you can get an email response immediately, and you can also hook it up to your smartphone and view live feed. If there's a trigger, you'll get a notification on your cell phone or an email, and you can log on and check out what's going on at your house. So even if I'm at work, I can see what's going on at my house if there's a trigger. So this is the step 4 that I've taken to help safeguard my house against any kind of intrusion. And this would be step 5. This would be my Glock 17. This is my home defense weapon, and as you can see, it's clear, locked back. If they get through my reinforced door, if they get through the door club, if they get through my other pressure plate that I have up top, and I see them coming, this would be step 5. And I've equipped this with a cool Laser Max guide rod, so I can see where I'm aiming. So when all else fails, you've got a Glock or whatever your personal preference is. But I've done what I can to prevent things from happening, so hopefully we'll never get to this point, but if it does, I'm going to be prepared for it.
This guy's thick.